Hi, it's Pamela. In this tutorial, we're going to go over how to animate ornaments on a Christmas tree using Toonly.
Hey, and welcome to the official Doodly YouTube channel. If you enjoy our content, please click the like and subscribe button below. Now let's get straight to the video.
With Christmas just around the corner, now is the perfect time to start creating your holiday animations. And what better way to get into the Christmas spirit than by animating some ornaments on a Christmas tree? We're going to start with the basics by using the entrance and exit settings, and then we'll use keyframes to animate the Christmas star coming in at the top. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have a new scene here, and I just have the basics in place right now. I've got, holiday savings for our marketing promotion. And now I want to decorate the Christmas trees. Now I went ahead and found a suitable Christmas background and imported it for my own Toonly background. You can do that just by going to backgrounds and then upload new background. So if you want your own custom image for your background, you can certainly do that. You could also search for a Christmas background. Toonly does have some. And here they are. You've got a church, dining room, interior of a home, some exteriors, and so on. So it's up to you what you want to use. And then for the ornaments, if you go to Objects and then type in Christmas, you'll have all kinds of options that you can use. Yes, you could type in Christmas ornaments, but that's going to limit you to just a few. See how that's like that? So I just recommend filtering it by the word Christmas, because you can use things like candy canes and gingerbread boys and rocking horses and whatnot as ornaments. Okay, so we have everything laid out. We want to start animating, decorating these trees. So let's find some ornaments here. I'm going to start with the little gingerbread boy, and I'm going to place him on my tree. And then let's find another one. How about a reindeer? And then we'll do one more. The rocking horse is cute, I like him. Now you're going to notice a few things. These objects are all placed where my playhead is at 10.5 seconds into the scene. So I've got my scene playing here, Happy Holidays, holiday savings, and then it's going to take like 10 seconds before anything happens. So I don't want that. I want my ornaments to start decorating right away, like in 2 seconds. So had I used some thought, I would have placed my playhead there and added them at a time. So now I just control clicked and I'm dragging them over. And you'll notice with the ornaments, they all come on at the same time, which you may or may not want. And they all bounce in and bounce out. And again, you may or may not want that. Now, I do think the bounce is kind of cute. Let's look at it again. So you may want to keep that effect, at least for some of them. But I don't know that we want them all appearing at once. So to make them appear staggered, you just stagger them like that. Okay? So now if you hit play, 1, 2, 3, like that. And then, okay, they all bounce away, and we don't want that. So what do you do about that? Well, let's stretch them out so they end at the end of the scene at 12 seconds. And then you want to decide, do I want them to bounce out at all? I don't. I'm going to control click all of them, click settings, out effect, default, that's your bounce. Well, I'm going to say instant. That way they just stay on and they don't disappear. Now, while we're at it, the in effect. By default, they bounce in. We can change that. You can have them grow in. You could have them just instant in, where they just pop in one after another. Let's look at that. So pop, pop, pop. So there's no movement, they just appear. Or growing in or fading in, which they're pretty much the same. Let's just take a look at it. Grow starts really small. Fade, they come in slowly, but they're not starting from small. They're already full size, but they come in slowly. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, And then of course you have the new animation that just came out, which is the hand effect. So let's play with that one. Choose hand, and then you have settings, and by default it pinches, and it's this hand with these fingernails. You can change all of this. We have a tutorial on it if you'd like. I am just going to try this one because it's got a Christmassy sleeve, and let's see what that's gonna look like. You can't really see the sleeve at this point, so let's see what it looks like this time. And I do like that. I would stagger these quite a bit more since we're using the hand. Okay, so play around with the entrance effects for that. So next up, I want to show you how you can use keyframes to further animate your objects. So we're going to use the Christmas star once again. So let's start, we'll place it on this little tree here. And I think I want it to be a little bit more like this. If you ever have this where it snaps and you can't perfectly align it, there is a setting that you can turn snapping off. So go to settings. Right here, snap objects by 10 pixels. That's why I can't center it. So I'm just going to turn that off for a moment. And now I can place it perfectly. Okay, so I have my placement. There's a couple things we need to do. So first of all, I want to copy and paste it. So Command or Control C to copy, and then Command or Control V to paste. So now you have a second one. It's stacked right on top. You see it right there. And we're just going to move one of these over, and then we're going to adjust the timing a little bit. And so what I have is a continuous. I have two objects that are identical, and they're continuous here because when this first one ends, the other one comes on. And the reason I do that is because of the keyframes, because this first one is going to have motion, and then if I set its ending keyframe, it would just end and disappear. So we have to have an exact copy of it over here to continue it. And you'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, before we do anything with our Christmas star, let's select them both and turn their out effect to instant. And we'll also do their in effect to instant. So both are instant, okay? And then now we want to go to our first star. And let's move our little playhead. So you notice, if I hit play, see how this star appeared on top of her hand when she was bringing that in? Well, that's because of the way it's located here. So let's go ahead and send it a little bit to the background. So it's behind that. So now when she places that object, the star will be behind her. Doesn't really come into play because we're going to move it off camera and it will probably not be there, but just in case, we just don't want it being blocked. So we'll do that to this one as well. So they're close together. Now, let's select the first one. This is the one that's going to be moving. I'm going to have it move off camera and then fall into place. Now you'll see there are two little orange dots. These are your keyframes. So let's go ahead and get to this first one here. So this keyframe here represents where it's ending, and this one here, we selected, represents where it's going to begin. So let's just move it off camera here. And then you'll notice when you hit play or move the playhead, it moves into position. And then once it lands, it disappears, right? Remember, it ended, and then we had our duplicate copy. So then this is our static copy right there. So that's pretty much it. If you want to get fancy, let's zoom out a little. Let's go to our beginning keyframe. And when we select it, make sure you select it so it's filled in. And to make it twirl, we're just going to change the angle there, and then now when it comes in, it will slowly, see how it slowly changes angle? It falls into position like that. We could also, again, select the keyframe, twirl it the other way, it's this way, and it's a little bit more dramatic of a twist. Like that, see? So let's take a quick look and then we'll be done. I'll go ahead and zoom back to 100% and boom, here we go. So we have our greeting, our Santa hand placing the objects, and then our animated star falls in. And there you have it. I hope this gives you some ideas on how you can use Toonly to animate your holiday videos. Thanks for watching!